Move over, Denzel.
Well, hello, good people. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. My day, God, I came to try to do a quick little review earlier, and this Streamlabs did something different and got to rebooting and all kind of stuff. All my little stuff went away. Oh, I'm so glad that I was able to push out what I had saved already. But yeah, all that I had to put a ticket in and everything. I hope some people hit me back. So, because I think on Twitch I am being seen in the vertical output, and I like to be seen horizontally on Twitch. So if you're watching it online or whatever, I mean not online, but if you're watching it on TV, then it has like the full view versus like that the telephone look, that vertical look. But anyway, child, we are here. So as you can tell by the by the thumbnail, child, I said the thumb drive. It's just been a long day. I wanted to talk about a couple people, Mase, the legendary Mase, Lil Boosie, Stefon Diggs. Boy, that last name just keep getting better and better, right? And Saweetie. We haven't really talked about Saweetie because I don't really think there's anything to talk about Saweetie regarding, but I guess we could talk about it today. So let me go ahead on and put this here down and put my little slideshow up. So I know that you guys have been hearing about the different, hold on, let me make sure that didn't mess with nothing, because I don't know what's going on with this StreamYard. They got so many Streamlabs, they got so many different pop-ups coming along. I'm just trying to make sure that everything is good on my end. Oops, well, let me pick that on up. But yeah, just to make sure everything is good on my end. Okay, so that didn't do anything. It didn't knock me off. Okay, so hopefully next time I get on here, because I had this really nice story I wanted to talk about, but anyway, I'm gonna do it. I'll probably do it tomorrow. It was I'll do it tomorrow. So anyway, like I said, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. And I first want to start off by talking about, the popular rapper, now podcaster Mase, right? Because he's been exposed for wearing a wig, right? Like, people think this man wearing a wig, but let's see. So yeah, Mase is being exposed for apparently wearing a wig as fans captured the rapper's hairpiece slipping during one of his shows, right? So word around the curb is that there is this wild rumor circulating that Harlem's rap legend Mase is wearing a toupee. Now, Mase and his longtime friend Cameron have been on a major winning streak lately with their hit sports and cultural show, It Is What It Is, which has turned their former bad boy rapper into one of the most entertaining media voices in hip-hop. But while the two are known for clowning other celebrities, it looks like the internet decided to clown Mase right back, and this time it's about his hairline. Now, I put an image up in the on the slideshow. But it does look like the front. You know that part? You know how when a girl be having the wig and you see it from there, that live right there at the forehead where the four line at. So yeah, so you can see it lifting. You can see it lifting. You just need a little bit of glue. Just a little bit of glue. Just push it back down. It ain't really that big of a deal. Somebody, you know what? Somebody need to get fired because somebody should have seen that. I'm just saying. Somebody should have saw it. If we seeing it, somebody should have seen it. Somebody said, don't worry about it. Keep rolling. So it all started when an Instagram sleuth, because you know how they be sleuthing over there on the IG, posted a close-up video of Mase from what appeared to be a recent podcast episode. So he zoomed in what appears to be a slight lift at his hairline, just a slight lift. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. But you know it ain't supposed to be lifted. My hair ain't never lifted from the roots like that. But anyway, the user claimed that the rapper's glue-on unit, yes, a man wig, had started coming loose on camera. Probably was sweating. In the video, you can clearly see Mase adjusting his head while laughing, and that's when the wig appears to pop up slightly above Mase's scalp. Within minutes, the clip went viral, with fans roasting the Harlem rapper across TikTok, IG, and Twitter. Well, X now. He out here talking crazy about everybody, but can't keep his lace front down, one person said. Another said that glue dried up faster than Cameron's patience. So the viral clip was slowed down, paused, and dissected by online detectives who swear they see the edge lift, which I see it, and even claim there's a bit of white residue from the glue visible along Mase's temple. Now, fans began to compare screenshots from older episodes, noting that Mase's hairline seemed to have changed slightly from week to week. Some even pointed out how his fade always looked too perfect, suggesting that it's more barbershop science than God-given genetics. So far, Mase has not publicly responded to the wig allegations, though knowing him, a clever comeback might be on the way. Cameron, who's never been shy about roasting his co-host, also hasn't said a word yet, but fans are already waiting for him to address it on the next episode. And Cam is going to be brutal. We know this, right? Now, whether or not it's a wig, a hair unit, or if it's just bad camera angling, the internet is undefeated, and they will make nothing out of something. Mase might have to invest in a stronger glue, is what I'm getting, right? Or embrace being bald, because social media, they're not going to let up. They are not about to let up. They calling this man the Harlem hair heist. This is what this is called, the Harlem hair heist. People ain't got nothing else better to do with their time. But whether it's true or not, you know, Mase and Cam, they got one of the hottest shows out. And any viral moment is a good thing. So whatever. I mean, he said, look, anything to bring ratings. No, look what they say, bad press, good press. It's still press, right? Because that's what they need to do to that front. Because it's not laying down. It's not laying down at all. So, you know, if you're here, you still here after that first little story, go ahead and click like, share, subscribe. I ain't begging for no money. I don't want your money. But I would love your attention. I don't want your money, but I would love for your attention. And your comments. You can engage with me. I'm not going to be putting up any more, like, too many pre-records or, like, those long recordings, because I don't want to confuse people with them thinking I'm online and I'm not. Because I saw somebody was commenting me, and I went to go comment back, and it's like, you know this is an old comment, right? And I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm not. But, yeah. But, hey, just to remark, I am well. I hope you're well, and I hope everything is well. So, moving on to this next topic. Now, y'all know I love Boosie. I do. I am from Baton Rouge. My mom lived down there off of South and South 14. I know the tracks, the top and the bottom. I love Boosie. It's always six degrees of separation. So, yeah. But, Boosie. So y'all know that Boosie is making a bold move in hopes of clearing his record and trying to secure a presidential pardon. Now, the Louisiana-born artist has hired this guy named Mr. Berkman, and he is what he's trying to do is he's trying to lobby the federal government for a presidential pardon for his 2025 guilty plea to a federal firearm charge that he got out there in California. Well, San Diego. The moves come as Boosie faced sentencing later this year. Now, Boosie's legal troubles began in May 2023, but to be honest with you, Boosie's legal troubles began back in 1990 when he jumped off that porch and jumped into that. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. And that goes back to that whole of the karma thing, right? Like I'm not saying that he should go to jail, but it's a lot of things that people do in their past and they feel like just because they got away with it, that if it's not karma directly related to that, i.e. you took someone's life. So somebody might say the only real karma is for somebody to take your life. But other people might look at it like, okay, well, your karma might not be to lose your life. Your karma might be to live, but to lose your life in a sense where you're living, but you're in jail for the rest of your life. You're living, but something happened to where you're here, but you're not really here, right? Can I give y'all a story real quick? Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a story real quick. Look, real short. So I knew this girl. Okay, I've had a life, child. I've lived. I have lived. Yes, calm down. Yes, I've lived. And I knew this girl, and we went and did like some tarot readings, some tarot cards, just for the fun of it, right? Because it's fun. So we went and did that, and she had, I want to say, the worst tarot reading I've ever heard, from being there, witnessing it, and just from just in general, just talking to people who might go do tarot cards like once a year or once every 7 years or whatever. But just, and I've never heard this story. And when I tell people, they just be kind of in awe, right? So, cut to the end. The lady read her and was like, "You're gonna have you're gonna experience or have a fate worse than death." And so we looking like, what the hell is she talking about? And I'm talking about when we had, because I was standing, I didn't get read by her, right? Because I have this one particular lady who I used to go to, but she's retired now. But so I haven't had a tarot reading in quite some time. But this particular lady here, I wasn't about to let her read me. I didn't like the energy she got, yeah, no. So she basically told her that she was going to have an experience that was worse than death. So of course we just like, what the hell she mean worse than death? Fast forward, she and I, of course, life. So we on different paths and stuff like that. I want to say she ended up maybe within 2 years. She was with some people, doing some type of stuff that I don't do, and she OD'd. And when the ambulance came to get her and they revived her, when she woke up, she was in a hospital, but she was chained. She was chained to the bed because they found some of that boy on her. That's the H for those who don't know what the boy is. The girl is the C, the boy is the H. They found some of that boy on her. And so when she was able to leave the hospital, she ended up going to jail. And she ended up serving, I think she was in there for like 2 years, because I didn't talk to her until after she got out. Like, I didn't even know. You know what I mean? Because she ended up, once she got out, she went back to Alabama. I think she was from Alabama. She ended up moving back to Alabama, and she hit me up on Facebook and was like, "Hey, girl, long time," and I'm just like, "Bitch, where you been?" You know what I'm saying? Because we was cool. It's just that, life. You know what I'm saying? Things just happen. And she told me what happened, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" And we both was like, "Child, that's what that tarot reader was saying." But yeah, so yeah, that happened. But yeah, let me get back to this. I'm sorry. I be wondering about stuff, and I be moving around, be thinking about stuff. I just be like, you ever just be thankful that you haven't been in, your discernment has allowed you to move around to where you just avoided this or you just avoided that. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's just like your ancestors were speaking to you and was like, "Got move." You know what I mean? And you moved and didn't know you moved, but you moved right in time, on time. I ain't here to get no sermon. But anyway, so yeah, so Boosie's legal troubles began in May 2023 when he was arrested in San Diego while filming a music video and preparing for a nightclub appearance. Police used a helicopter to track him about track him after spotted what appeared to be a gun in his waistband during an Instagram live. He later pled guilty to being a felon in possession of a firearm and is set to be sentenced November 21st. Now, see, I was under the impression that he was saying it was a prop. So, I mean, I guess it wasn't. So, Boosie posted on, I believe this is X. Yeah, this is X. He posted, Trump, check my case out. My case was dismissed, but Biden's DOJ recharged me with the same gun charge Biden pardoned his son of. I was told I am the only person in the country facing this charge now, President Trump. I already was given a 10-year sentence in 2009 for third. Hold on, let me click on this. I hope I ain't gotta sign up, because if I gotta sign up, y'all. Oh, okay, I ain't gotta sign up because I was about to be. So he said I was already given a 10-year sentence in state in 2009 for a third offense, marijuana, gram. I never was even offered a rehab, straight to prison. And Trump, I'm Boosie. I'm a rapper, filmmaker from Baton Rouge. I was targeted. My mouth and things I stand on get me in a lot of S, but I'm real. My lawyer, Megan Blanco, can explain this case. She knew the charges and against you were bad. She even spoke about it on the radio. Ooh, that bootlegging is strong. I'm talking about bootlegging. Do I have a sound for a bootlegger? Do I have a sound for a bootlegger? Bootlegger. Nope. I don't have a sound for a bootlegger. But cheers. Listen, some people say if you can't win them, you join them. And yeah, all right. So the lobbyists, Jack Berkman and Jacob Wohl, pled guilty in 2022 to telecommunications fraud in Ohio for organizing illegal robot calls during the 2020 presidential election. A federal judge later ruled that their callers targeted black voters, violating both state and federal voting rights laws. They eventually reached a settlement after a civil lawsuit. Berkman and Woe also drew national attention for creating a fake intelligence firm that made false sexual accusations against the former counsel Robert Mueller. Okay. Boosie has publicly begged Trump for a pardon several times, but has received no response. Wait a minute now. Hold on. Yeah. What do you mean that you hired? Excuse me? Did I read that right? So Boosie hired 2 lobbyists to work on behalf of his, presidential pardon. And these 2 men pled guilty, just like he did for these weapon charges. Guilty. They pled guilty of 2022 telecommunications fraud, which they organized illegal robot calls during the 2020 presidential election targeting black voters. And then they also had national attention because they created a fake intelligence firm that made false sexual assault accusations against special counsel Robert Mueller. And you hired these people? You hired some crooks? Because you a crook to talk to a crook? Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I digress. These are the right people to do the job. Moving on. You know how sometimes when you say it out loud, you know what I mean? Like when you just say it out loud, you like, you know what? Right. You got to get a crook to do crooked stuff for a crook. And you got to involve other crooked people. Because we don't need a voice of reasoning. Like, why would you pick them? You know they record ain't too good. Grab somebody who got more of a clean slate so it don't look bad. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. No, 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 no. Give me the ones who known for breaking the law. Who been in the news lately? Give me them. Brian still ain't available? Give me them. Cause to be honest, he ain't do thugging no justice. But hey, I digress. Y'all go ahead on act like that man did the best thing he could do. If I was stuck, I would have went ahead on and waited one more day. But see, that ain't nothing but your conscience on you. But this is not about thugger. We are moving on to, let's see, do we want to talk about Saweetie, Stefon Diggs, or Offset? Mm, let's go with, dang, they all, it's so nasty how they all connected, right? Because it's like, I'm going to start off, matter of fact, I'm going to start off with Saweetie because it's about her best friend. And then that's gonna segue into Offset and him clearing up the rumors. That's gonna segue into Stefon because he got Offset wife pregnant. Listen, when you say it out loud, it start to make sense to you. It really do. Okay, so let's get on over here to Saweetie with her cute self. She's cute. Who's saying she not? Don't hate. She cute. Okay. So Saweetie's former bestie threatens to expose her, claims the rapper owes her money and dabbles in cocaine and witchcraft, child. Not her getting high as Cooter Brown and then sprinkling and angels and demons and stuff around. What do they call that? What was that movie? Practical Magic? Yeah, that was Practical Magic. They had Practical Magic, and then they had another one with the 4 girls. I think Practical Magic was with the 2 chicks, Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. Witchcraft or something, I cannot recall. But they had the 4 people in there anyway. So let's get on here. So, child, get in here. See, let me tell you something. If you have a best friend, be thankful. If you have a best friend and y'all go over 5 years, be grateful. If it's over 10 years, add on to that gratefulness. Over 20, oh my God, right? How lucky. Regardless to whether or not this best friend has been there 6 months or 60 years, if y'all are no longer friends, don't go running telling nobody business. I got people who I no longer communicate with. I don't even think about their business. Now, don't get me wrong. I remember sometimes I'd be like, mother, and lucky I ain't that type. You get what I'm saying? But that's not something that's all the time an occurrence because I don't even visit dark spaces like that. You know what I mean? You just remove people. But if I tell you something, don't go back and get to telling my business if we are no longer friends. But that's why you don't tell everybody everything anyway. You get what I'm saying? Like you keep your privacy. However, sometimes you wanna talk to people, but then don't go back running your dang on mouth. Shut up. Go write it down. Burn it in the woods or something. You feel like you need to go tell somebody something so bad. I was on. All right, I'm about to go down this here rabbit. Look, we just about to go on the porch right now. Look, I was on TikTok, and there's this couple that just broke up. And they ain't even been together that long, but they just broke up. And the guy is exposing that the other guy has a house in Virginia. And they were like, well, how you don't have it? And he was like, well, I'm on prep. And so I guess I'm not too familiar with prep. I know what it is, so I'm not ignorant in that aspect. I know what it is. I know what it's used for. But I didn't think that, let's say someone has a house in Virginia. I don't have a house in Virginia. They are on prep. I have sex with them without protection. I understand what prep is, but I would think that even if I am on prep and you are, you with it, that I would just assume that it's okay. You're already accepting the fact that they have the Virginia house, right? But, why wouldn't you, wear protection even if you are on prep? So I guess some people feel like if you're on prep, then that stops you from transmitting anything. I was under the impression that prep has like different, wordings on the side that say, like, if you are over this amount of weight, this pill might not work, or if you are under this weight, it might not work, or if the temperature gets too hot, it might not work. So, because I've heard about people still contracting the Virginia houses while on prep. So when he was like, well, he has the house in Virginia and I'm still good. And it's just like, well, how you don't have a little smoke back there that just ain't turned into a big fire yet? You get what I'm saying? Did I lose y'all? All right, come on, let's go back inside. So, according to social media influencer Maybach girl allegedly owes her money, and if she doesn't pay up fast, May says she's ready to expose everything the two of them did together. What do you mean? What y'all did together, girl? Wait a minute now. So, she went on and she just posted a couple pictures, and that's in the slideshow that you guys are looking at. So yeah, she said, I guess let's see what she posted on her Instagram. So she posted a picture with her on a private jet, and she says, after getting married and having kids, my life got better. Don't let them tell you it's gonna stop. What she say? I don't let them friends that was in your ear convince you otherwise. They can always be replaced. Grateful and blessed. My message is always choose your family first. Everything else will fall in line. And that's your opinion. That's fine. So let's see here. Did she say anything? And then she posted a screenshot from Scarface, the famous movie with Al Pacino, where she says, you need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your effing fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So what that make you good? You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. So then we went on to here, what she say, Maybach took, what she say, so Maybach May took to social media earlier this week to air out her grievances, posting cryptic and then later not so cryptic messages directed at Saweetie. In her now viral rant, she accused the rapper of being ungrateful, manipulative, and most importantly, still on her cash from past international trips. Wait a minute now. What do you mean? What do you mean, sweetie? Ice girl owe you money from past international trip and an international? You mean you better I pay for you a flight to California? What do you mean? You know what? To be honest with this shit, some of these international flights cheaper than going state to state. I'm telling you, I'm looking at going to Costa Rica, child. So if any of y'all ever been to Costa Rica, send me a message or something. Let me know how was it. If you got some spots that you enjoy going to, and I know somebody probably saying like spots to go to. If you just vacate, listen, let me tell you something. Everywhere I go, I find somewhere that I enjoy. You know what I mean? Like I always go somewhere for like 5 to 7 days, 12. I always go for a time, right? I'm not just going in and out unless I've been there before, or I'm just really not that interested in. It's only a particular location that I want to go to. But if you've been to Costa Rica, please drop me a line and let me know how was it, where you went, where you stayed at, what I should avoid and what I shouldn't avoid. And girls, I done got a little older, so I don't even want to know about all the shenanigans. I don't even want to know, but you can send it to me anyway. I'll check it out. So according to May, she was the one who arranged a series of luxury getaways for herself and Saweetie to Dubai in Africa. Oh, you were Saweetie's man? Where she claims the pair were entertained by some very wealthy men. May didn't say exactly what went down on those trips, but social media users have already been more than happy to fill in the blanks. Child, you know social media gonna do their thing. I can't. So they have a picture with Saweetie hugging, and that's in the slideshow. So they have a picture with Saweetie hugging this football player guy. All right, so let's see here. What did she put in these comments? So in one screenshot, this heifer going. She said, "I'll I'll tell a joke, but I ain't never told a lie. I sent you to Dubai because you never balled before and was desperate and depressed, looking for a happy life. Took you to London, babes. Took you to Nigeria. Booked you an Australian trip. I helped this girl so much, only for her to play with my money at the end. I'm just missing my money from London paid up cokehead. Oh Lord. Before I start naming the rest of the husbands you was playing with. Oh, wait a minute. Y'all know I don't read this stuff till I get on here. Wait a minute. Girl, expose her, girl. Then she posted another snippet and it says, "Hey, sweetie," she at her. So you know it's real. Because you know if it ain't directed, it ain't respected. She said, hey, at sweetie, I see you playing internet games on Beyonce's internet child. Let me know how you want to play this. I'm either going to receive my money from you or I can start addressing some of them rumors with TMZ. We spent almost a month in Africa. You should know I wasn't going to let you play me out my money. Whoa. She also threw in wild extra accusations alleging that Saweetie used cocaine and even dabbed in witchcraft during their travels. She said, "Don't make me spill the real tea," she wrote in one post. "You know what you did in Dubai." Oh, wait a minute. No. No. Not the porta potties. Anything but them damn porta potties. Y'all think it's a porta potty? Are we thinking it's a porta potty? It's a sad, sad day for the porta potty community. Mm, mm, mm. Maybach May is reportedly demanding that Saweetie repay her, but she's warning that if the rapper doesn't settle up expeditiously, she's taking her story to either Media Takeout, TMZ, or anybody else she could tell her damn story to. Now, as far as with Saweetie has not publicly responded to her former friend's accusations. No one has been able to independently confirm any of Maybach's claims, but people close to Saweetie, they are saying that the rapper isn't worried and believes Maybach is just chasing clout after being cut off. That's what they say. Until everything start coming out. Still in an age where drama can destroy reputations overnight. Saweetie's team may be taking this a little bit more serious behind the scenes than they're letting on. Of course they are, because they already know. Listen, let me tell you something. Just reading what this heifer said, I know it's something there. And Saweetie ain't been doing that lately. And truth be told, that money don't be lasting them people that long. That's why they stay working. That money don't, cause come on now, you done created this empire and you have all these workers. Cause being a king and a queen, that's a heavy crown to carry. You got to keep the money coming in, sweetie. Oh, literally, I didn't even mean it. Okay. But Saweetie's built her career on style, confidence, and ice girl independence. But it is her former bestie that keeps talking. Things could get a little bit less glamorous and real quick. But I mean, for real, like, how you gonna tell me? How you gonna tell somebody to ice you out and you can't even book your own flight? Well, it don't even matter. You can't book a flight. You depressed. You can't book a flight. Where your man at? But for now, it looks like Saweetie has decided whether to yeah, so right now it don't look like what Saweetie about to do, to be honest with you. They don't say whether or not this girl getting a lawyer, is she gonna pay her, or she just gonna wait to call her bluff. But I tell you one damn thing, you should have just paid her. I mean, just outside of any kind of accusations or whatever. Like, if you borrow some money, just pay them. You get what I'm saying? Like, just pay them. You know? I have, like, an uncle who he'll just be like, "Oh, I'll loan you money. And I don't want you to pay me back, because I don't have to worry about you ever, you know." But it's not like you could just be like, "Oh, let me borrow $10,000. No. About $20 is probably about the most you're going to get from him. And he ain't going to ask you for it back. But he know you ain't going to ask him for $20 or anything, you know. So I'm not really a person that loans out money. Just a little bit about myself. I don't loan out money because I guess when I was younger, not younger, but in my 20s and I was making a lot of money working, I would help people, but it came with questions. Like, why? Like, you didn't know you had a light bill? Especially for my female friends. Like, in our 20s And we all young and getting it, and we all got jobs and all this other stuff, and we all have our men, or some have men's, and it's like, hold on now, sis, not my sister, but hold on now, sis, you popping it over for about 3 or 4 different people, and you don't have no light bill money. We about to sit down and have a conversation, because if you coming and asking me for $50 and you popping it for 5 people, mathematically speaking, I'm confused and lost. I don't understand. So, it is what it is. So just my point to that is, sweetie, you'll never hear this video, but I'm just saying, pay the girl what you owe her, because it ain't even about her coming out with the rumors or coming out with her truth. It's a simple fact, you owe her some money. And if you told her you would pay her back, just pay her. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with what she could put out there about you. Just pay her. Like, girl, here go your money. Ooh, not how much she would owe her, though. Because if you paying for a room, like, what you was like, she looked at you like a trick. Girl, you was flying that girl all around. Listen, if you can't get your man to do it, don't come to me. Now, I understand certain situations. Now, I don't want y'all to think I'm like that. But it got to be on some real stuff. But if you, like, because I've always taken care of myself, and I have had nothing, had something, went down to nothing again, came back up. You get what I'm saying? It's not about how many times you fall off, but it's about getting back up. Because I know people who fail one time and they still down. Ain't even trying to get back up. And then I have resilient people around me who they are always trying something. If it fails, oh well, they're trying something different. But they keep going, because that's what life is, right? Like, you just keep going and you just see what works. And if it doesn't work, try something else. If that doesn't work, try something else. But that doesn't mean to just stop. A lot of people, millionaires, billionaires, they got that status in their mid to late 40s, mid to late 50s, and so on. So, just for the young people, like, don't stress yourself. Just take your time. If you find something that you love to do, figure out how you can turn it into a money making hobby, and then go from there. But everybody is gonna fall once in their life. But it's all about getting back up. You know what I'm saying? You smoke crack once. Just because you a crackhead one time, don't mean you got to keep smoking crack. Just one time is enough, right? Don't do it again. I've never done crack before. I remember my sister let me go ahead and move on. So anyway, we're going to talk about Stefon Diggs, right? So Stefon Diggs, wait, nope. I don't want to go here. We're going to Offset. So Offset finally shuts down rumors he slept with Saweetie. Says his slippery split from Quavo was deeper than that. Now, Offset is finally responding to the rumors that he slept with fellow Migos rapper Quavo's ex-girlfriend, Saweetie. Now, if y'all look at that picture with Cardi and Saweetie and Quavo and Offset, you see that stomach? That's when you get a lot of that lipo stuff going on. And I wish that they tell the girls that, right? Like, hey, if you go and you get that lipo stuff done, and even though they tell them, like, wear your faja, they still have that extra skin. And these cosmetic doctors, they really need to tell these people what the aftermath is. They just want to I get it. It's just about the money. My friend had went to this to do this like stomach thing where it was like supposed to be heat generated and it's supposed to help you lose weight or whatever. And she wasn't trying to lose a lot. And I think she found it like on Groupon or something where you could do like, try this one time. It normally costs $1,000, but we'll charge you just $100 when it really does charge. They really probably cost $50 anyway. And she went, she got it done or whatever. And she said it was nice. And she actually felt like, probably like 7 or 8 of these things would really do something, right? Because it's not like rapid. It's just like, just very subtle. So your body can adjust to the changes or whatever. So I said, well, you going back? She was like, no, that shit too expensive, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay. And she was like, but while she was in there, the guy was like, have you considered Botox and all? And she was like, no. And he was just like, as we get older. And she said she was looking at the dude and was like, this one, his face was like he been Botoxing and shit. I don't want that strong face. You get what I mean? It's like you're gonna age, right? Some people age with grace. Some people age with grace with a little assistance. And some people I don't want to see no oldness in me. So it is what it is. It's just be very mindful of trends because it's gonna get to one point where you can't get the Botox anymore because your body just it's gonna reject it. It's certain you're gonna get to a point in your life if you live to that point to where your body will not accept certain things that you can do now. So just be mindful of that. Imagine being 80 years old and you with a BBL, and I'm talking about like a old BBL, not like now where it's still, but like, oh God. Anyway, imagine having to turn your body in every 6 to 9 months to get a revive or get it, a get it fixed on like a little car. You know what I mean? Like a little car. You got a little car body. So the Ric Flair drip rapper recently talked to Keke Palmer on her podcast, Baby, This Is Keke Palmer, where he opened up about the turmoil between him and Quavo. One of the rumors that followed him for years is that he allegedly slept with Quavo, ex-girlfriend Saweetie, a situation fans speculated led to the dissolution of the Amigos. However, when he was asked about the Saweetie rumors, Offset immediately shut it down. No, man, it was a rumor, man, he said, going on to explain that there was much more to the story when it comes to his fallout with Quavo. I feel like it was something deeper than that for the split of me and my brother. I think people were trying to tear my situation down in that situation. That's when Kiki suggested that business people may have been behind the scenes trying to keep them from being strong together, and Offset agreed. The lengths that people go in our industry to mesh themselves in your personal life to get certain outcomes in business, their lengths are great. And I do believe that because at the end of the day, people have agendas, and sometimes when you really just sit back and just build that cascade, and you can just see how people are connected, you like, oh, okay, I get it, I see it. Like how conspiracy theories have put that Charlie Kirk's ex-wife. I'm just going just real quick, just for an example. Charlie Kirk's ex-wife, she was a pageant girl and she did pageant work for Trump. And then after she won the pageant, then she received money from these people and she went to this one country and then eventually got banned because it was some accusations against her and some people for children or child related things. And then her dad, he has some type of company that works with Israel, and she met Charlie on this voyage to Israel that she just happened to be on and he happened to be on and they happened to meet. And now you get what I'm saying? It's like people are saying that she was put into Charlie's life to be a handler in a sense. And then when he got out of control, now she's taken over because they can handle her. She was assigned to be a handler. The handlers assigned her to handle her handler. Assigned. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot. But yeah, so that's what they're saying. But Offset said there is no truth behind the rumors with he and Saweetie messing around. So then that goes back to what that best friend said. I want to know what she talking about. I want to know what she talking about. Because, hey, look, if he said it didn't happen, she said it didn't happen, hell, we know people lie. But I'm just saying, I want to know what she talking about. Then Cardi B spoke on the long-running rumors back in 2023 when she and Offset were still together. She said, I was quiet because one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to find out the truth. I was finding out that truth in and out. So if I entertain something that I know is not true, or on the internet, people be like, oh, it's true because she's addressing it. But when I don't address it, it's like, oh, it's true too. More recently, while promoting her album, Cardi talked multiple times with a woman who gave her flowers, and she later found out the same woman slept with her husband. The girls that really would be, she said, the girls will really be in your DM, will really try to be your friend, will really try to come into your world, will really try to do weird things like befriend your friends. Um, This is what Cardi had said during the Breakfast Club. They give me flowers, literally flowers. Then months later, I find out you done F with my dude. Stuff like that is weird to me, right? While Cardi didn't name names, many fans assumed she was talking about Saweetie, given the long-standing rumors. But according to Offset, that's not the case. So yeah, so Offset is denying it. So if you give a damn, then you could go over to Kiki Palmer's network or her YouTube channel. Baby, this is Kiki Palmer, where it said fresh at the top. The headline is "Fresh Starts with Offset." Did he cut his dread? Oh, okay, he just got it braided down. And then like how Offset knew Diddy from a child. Like they have pictures of Offset and Diddy when he was going to like a little mini Diddy count. And you get what I'm saying? It's like, how can you not, see the plate? Like, okay, we're gonna need you to get with her because y'all be strong, and then we could do this. And you get what I'm saying? So the play is there. Just because you don't know about it, don't mean it ain't happening. All right, and then the final thing that I would like to talk about is what's his name? Stefon Diggs. Child, I like my little thing. You know what? I want to get one that's a little bit more where the arms move and stuff. Because this one, the arms don't move. So I'm over here wailing and flailing my hands. All y'all just see is a head moving around. But, yeah. So the last thing that I would like to talk about is Stefon Diggs being sued by his ex, Mulan Hernandez, for allegedly assaulting and attempting to silence her. Why is this man all in the news for nothing but bad stuff? You know what I'm saying? Why? And he got this. Ooh, he got a bad bitch look, don't he? Just look like, bitch, I'll take your man. Like he got that look, like, girl, don't play with me. You get what I'm saying? Like don't play with me, okay? I'm a freaking, you know it. I wonder, and just wonder with me for a minute. I wonder, do the girls even give a damn? Like, I get Cardi doesn't care because she said, oh, this my... Do you think that she just really don't give a damn? Or she just saying, okay, this our baby daddy because it's just like, hell. You know how, well, for women, some of us women, we would let me just leave that alone, child, because y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Anyway, so Diggs' ex-girlfriend, we're gonna call her Mulan. Mulan of Basketball Wives. Oh wait, she on Basketball Wives of Orlando? I didn't even know Basketball Wives had in Orlando. Oh, it was okay. I'm gonna have to check that out because I thought that was okay. I didn't know. Hold on. Okay, so she has filed a lawsuit against the NFL star for allegedly assaulting her and later attempting to silence her. Now let's get into this, child. Oh, okay, say former. Okay, cool. So I knew it couldn't last. Wait, is that the one where I think I did see. I think they went on maybe like one season. Anyway, I digress. Please like, share, and subscribe if you still here after these 45 minutes of me just rambling along. I'm working on that. I know. But sometimes people business don't be that interesting. You just be having to put in live real world life experiences and stuff, child. Anyway, so the former reality star filed a countersuit against Diggs in April after he initially accused Hernandez of assault in a separate lawsuit back in February. According to reports from Page 6, Mulan denied the baller's allegations in her filing, claiming that he was actually the one who was physically aggressive during their brief relationship in 2024. Brief? Okay. Did she get a baby out of? Because it seemed like that's what he leaving with, a baby. Hernandez claimed Diggs attacked her from behind and punched the back of her head on June 7, 2024. She says the alleged incident left her with a concussion, before claiming that Diggs then mounted an effort to induce her into signing a non-disclosure agreement that so that his malice and egregious act would be kept from the NFL and from public view. Um, let's see here. According to the suit, the Patriots star allegedly acted frantically, sending his assistant to Houston to convince his ex to sign the NDA. It doesn't seem like she signed the agreement. In her filing, Hernandez requested a minimum of $250 and up to $1 million for damages she received from her physical and mental pain, along with medical bills. In his original lawsuit, Diggs sued Mulan and Brianna Mack, a third party, accusing them both of assault, emotional distress, trespassing, conspiracy, and extortion. I recall that. The wide receiver claimed he would allow the duo to stay at his apartment in Houston before recalling the morning of June 7th, when he alleged that Hernandez assaulted him and threatened to destroy his apartment after a night of partying. This is what's in the lawsuit. It's quoted. Hernandez bust through the bathroom and into the gaming room, visibly intoxicated and upset. Diggs. He attempted to defuse the situation by attempting to remove himself from Jones's line of fire, but she continued to assault him. Diggs claims that Hernandez threw his video game console on the floor, damaged a $130,000 watch, and tossed his phone into the toilet. He went on to allege that his ex punched his chest several times and used a weapon to threaten him, noting that Mack was present during the altercation. The baller claims Hernandez slipped on the wet floor, but denies fighting back, alleging that Hernandez went to the doctors that night after experiencing nausea and received medication. He also says that she went to the doctors on June 14th and falsely alleged that she was hit in the back of the head with a closed fist. He added that Hernandez's lawyer claimed she was living with Diggs and was more than 1 month pregnant with his child when the alleged assault occurred. I was wondering when the baby was going to pop up, because it seems like he don't mind. He don't mind at all. In the weeks and months that followed, Hernandez and Mack, both individually and with the assistance of counsel, tried to use their newly spun tale to extort millions of dollars from Diggs. The lawsuit stated, Diggs brings his case because he would not be victimized by the attempts of by the defendants to extort money from him. It is defendants who are liable to Diggs, not the other way around. Now, Diggs is also facing a paternity suit from a woman named Elaine Lupiero, claiming that he is the father of her child, who was born in April. He responded to the petition in July, stating he wasn't sure if he's the father or not. Meanwhile, the Patriots player is expecting a child with his girlfriend, Cardi B. She is currently in the middle of a divorce proceedings with her estranged husband, Offset, whom they share 3 kids with. That's just too much. That's just too much swapping of the juices. It's just nasty. It's just all the way around nasty. So what do y'all think about that, right? So I came in just to give you guys that, look at me. Under an hour. I ain't even mad. I'm not mad about it at all. But yeah, what do you think about that? Like, do you give a damn? You think Saweetie around here getting porta potted on? Y'all think Diggs is doing too much digging? Boosie begging? Boosie begging. Boosie is begging. But I be begging too here. Don't nobody want to go to jail. And it's different when you in your 40s going to jail than when you in your 20s. Totally different. I'm not saying go to jail. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you going to jail in your 20s, I could just go and do these couple years. I still, even if they give me 10 years, I still be out in my early 30s. Boosie is closer to 50 than he'll ever be to 40. Okay? So let's just keep that in mind. Oh, did y'all not hear? Yeah. Y'all don't hear that beeping anymore, right? Yeah. Your girl almost had an accident or two, but I made it. I did. I made it. But yeah, like I said, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Please share, like, and subscribe. And yeah, engage with me. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about the video. And yeah, till we meet again. Oh, I know.